Attention Earthlings, do not attempt to adjust your dial.
You are about to voyage into the marvelously mystifying.
Join us as we navigate the enigmatic waters of consciousness, delve into the arcane realms of the occult and the paranormal, and converse with captivating beings from across the universe.
Prepare to expand your mind, challenge your perceptions, and journey into the unknown with your guides, Bunnicula and HP Hovercraft.
The frequencies of strangeness await.
Welcome to Dizzy Spell.
Oh yeah, feels good.
Feels good. We did 2 weeks in a row recording, and now it's been a week away.
How do you feel?
And now I'm back.
Did you miss it?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I need to talk. I need to talk to not normal people in my life. You know, I just need to talk to you.
Am
mostly.
I not normal? Is what you're saying?
Just like normies.
Okay. Thanks.
So I need to get it all out.
Yes. Welcome, Earthlings. You're listening to the Dizzy Spell podcast here, based in Nashville, Tennessee. I was about to say here on WXNA.
Man,
I still have that
no
ingrained
longer.
in my soul a year after we've left the radio station, but that's okay. We can shout out WXNA. That's a free one. WXNA. You get one. WXNA. I'm just kidding. I am Bunnicula.
I am HP Hovercraft.
And we have two very special guests today, don't we?
That's true. This is the first time having two guests on here.
It is.
At a time. It's a lot.
And they're both my friends.
Both ways.
Yeah. So let's just jump right in. First off, we'd like to welcome Becky Delius to the podcast. Hello, Becky.
Thank you.
Becky and I are homegirls. Becky has had a podcast in 2020 on We Own This Town, which is our podcast network called Memento, Stori.
That's right.
And we'll maybe talk a little more about that in a second. And I know that you are just a deep lover of horror, especially folk horror. I feel like we've talked a lot about folk horror.
Yes.
You also played The Color of Pomegranates last year at your Halloween party.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
Yes.
And then you're also a clown.
That's true. All those things are true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
I'm stoked to be here.
You're like a cute clown, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and what facet are you a clown?
Yeah. So there's a clown troupe, a local clown troupe, East Nashville Clowns. And yeah, we don't believe in scary clowns. So
You believe they don't exist?
well, we just don't believe in that being like a thing.
Okay.
Like clowns are not supposed to be scary.
Yeah.
So we are not scary clowns. We
Fair.
are like different kinds of classic clowns. So like I am a Puro, like a classic clown.
Magpie.
Magpie is my clown entity. I don't know. Alter ego.
Yes.
But yes, no scary clowns.
Okay.
I stand firm with that.
I dig it.
Yeah.
And then tell us just quickly what Memento Stori
Oh, we got two
is.
anti-scary clowns.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We do.
Yes. Yeah. So I had a podcast during COVID, Memento Stori. Basically, it was born out of me going into our basement and just seeing all the. Can I cuss on this show?
Hell yeah.
Just seeing all the shit that like I had from all of my dead relatives who are numerous, who are legion, and just like what does any of this mean to me, and like what happens to it when I am no longer here because I don't have kids or anything like that. So anyway, I just started a podcast to talk to people about their things that they have from dead people and what they mean to them, and if they're like a burden or if they, it's helpful or whatever. Like, did they want them? Were they foisted upon them? And it was cool just exploring that with people and talking about that.
Yeah, it's really great. And speaking of clowns, the very
Yeah.
first one is with someone who is a clown, right?
Yeah, Beth is a clown. Sorry, I was like, who?
I thought I didn't know what I was talking
No,
about.
she
for
is a clown.
second.
You're
Okay.
right. I had forgotten.
We can
Who's a
skip
clown
that.
with me?
All right, so our second guest today, Great Creasy. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hurrah. We go way back. You are in a podcast called My Dad's Video Store. Longtime listeners of the Dizzy Spell may have heard ads for your show on our podcast.
That's right.
Tell us about your podcast a little bit.
Yeah, so My Dad's Video Store, the conceit behind that is Brad, the main creator of it. His dad had a video store in Owensboro, Kentucky from 1980 to the early 90s, and starting off with beta and then into VHS. And so we discuss the most obscure VHS and beta titles they have to fall into that period.
Love it.
And they have to be things that Brad saw. And it's pretty funny because his dad would quality control the videos by just plunking Brad in front of no matter what it was. Like we just discussed Mother's Day, which is a really disturbing movie. And, you know, Brad was like, I saw that when I was like 8 years old or something. Like my parents just didn't care about. So, yeah. But it runs the gamut. It's not just, you know, it's horror, sci-fi. You know, we have an episode that's called We're Not Gonna Take It. That's teen rebellion movies. It was my first time seeing The Legend of Billie Jean, which has now become one of my favorite movies after seeing it. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun.
All right. And then in addition to that, you are a horror prop and film maker. And you're also a movie buff who told me, yes, Mulholland Drive is a horror movie and I will fight people on that.
I absolutely will.
We may want to unpack that more. But you also hate Terrifier. I want to know more about this.
That.
Yeah, I have not seen any of these. Have you?
Yeah.
HP?
Oh, of course.
Have you, Becky?
Again, no. I don't buy
Anti-evil clown.
Yeah, I don't buy into. I don't like slashers, and I don't like evil clowns.
Fair.
It's not. I'm not the target
Not for you
demographic.
at
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
No, not at all.
I don't necessarily have anything against evil clowns. I love it. Not the remake so much. I'm a big fan of the 90s miniseries, and I love the book. So it's not necessarily the evil clown thing, but and I love slasher films, but my hackle's up about Terrifier before I'd ever seen it. And then I'm like, look, I can't do this without seeing it. So I watched the first Terrifier, was surprised at how really competently made it was. And the actor playing Art the Clown is having a hell of a good time. And he's very good at pantomime. And I was surprised by that. But ultimately, I'm like, this movie, I don't know. I just didn't get good vibes from it. I'm like, this is just all about, and yes, plenty of slasher movies are about hacking people up, but it felt like it was just about, now we're going to cut a woman's breasts off, really. And it felt, I think there's a vein of misogyny in those movies that is not related to fun and not related to, and sadisticness. You know, and at the same time, here I'm going to be like, yeah, Last House on the Left is one of my favorite movies. But there's a different socio-political bent behind those 70s movies that's not in Terrifier. It's just like there to be. Yeah.
Shock value.
Yeah.
I think that was a really good response. Haven't seen it, but I believe you.
Have you seen 2?
I have not.
I won't,
because I'm like, it's like
See,
2.5 hours long. I'm like,
I don't want to be like pedantic about it where it's like, but the quality of the step in quality from 1 to 2, I will say, it's a much different like type of movie where I think that it does go deeper into the art of a gory slapstick thing. The thing that's interesting to me about it is the practical effects, which is surprising to me that you said that you do effects and things like that and weren't into it, because that's the appealing part of it to me. But I will say it's mostly present in 2.
okay.
Like 1 is, it's figuring it out still, and you are right about your complaints about it.
Yeah.
2 is when it starts to go, okay, I see where they're going with this.
I heard 3 is really good.
Yeah, and I will say, even if, you know, maybe I'll give 3 a chance, because I mean, Christmas horror is one of my favorite genres, and
Sure.
the poster art is at least amazing with like zombie Jesus and like
They figured it out.
yeah.
They're getting there.
I love it. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever watch that movie.
Yeah,
It is.
I won't see it.
It's like it's extremely gruesome, like to the nth degree, really. Like, and that's appealing for some, but it's not like, I don't think it's something. It's. I don't really think it's like Hostel, where it's like torture porn, or like even like the Saws that aren't one, where it's just like, why am I watching this? Actually, it's not even. I don't know, what am I getting out of it aside from like, how horrible it's going to make me feel.
Yeah.
Like,
That's fair.
I don't know.
Speaking of gruesome movies, I explained on the show last week, I'm doing only vampire content all month. My husband and I are only watching vampire stuff. 30 Days of Night is so good.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So good. Have you seen it, Becky?
I have not.
It's Josh Hartnett.
Director of Twilight 3?
Really?
I
That's
think.
funny.
Yeah, he did one of the Twilights for sure. Maybe
Who was the
multiple.
director? Do you
Get his
remember?
name.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah, he
remember.
also made Hard Candy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
I
great
crazy
love
like
Hard
filmography.
Candy.
Yeah,
That's a great one.
Super good movie, a vampire movie, and super gruesome, but like in a really great way. Josh Hartnett was awesome in
And
it.
Danny Houston is just bestial and just evil. He's the main.
Oh
vampire.
yeah. absolutely loved it. Like, please revisit or watch if you have not seen.
David
I was
Slade.
super into it.
There you go.
That's the director. Yeah.
Oh, David Slade. Okay. So before we move on, we usually start off by talking about a little like movies. Kind of covered that
What we've
already.
seen lately.
Yes, what we've seen lately. I have 2 other things I want to talk about. One of which I think is just like interesting. We're not going to talk too much about like haunted Nashville this week, but I did have this one little thing I wanted to talk about, especially because, again, longtime Disney Spellians will know that we used to do Metal Church March when we had the radio show, and part of that was inspired by the fact that HP Hovercraft grew up Catholic, and I am very interested and like fascinated by Catholicism. Okay, so this is all to set you up for what I'm about to say, because I think that you will also maybe find this interesting as someone who like has this background. Okay, so in Nashville downtown, there is a Catholic church called the St. Mary's of the Seven Sorrows downtown, and
It's so metal. There's so much about Catholicism that's like so fucking metal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Seven Sorrows.
Yeah,
Like,
yes. Yes.
I've always been very interested. Like, I've been intrigued by this church. Again, like growing up, I was never exposed to Catholicism at all. So to me, it's like witchcraft. Like, I'm just so interested in it. And so I was looking at this church downtown because I was kind of thinking like, I don't know, maybe I'll go check it out because they're so ornate and beautiful. The very first page of the website is like, are you suffering from same-sex attraction? So probably not going to the church. But during my research,
Suffering.
suffering.
Oh, I'm
but like in a hot way.
Suffering. So I was like doing research about this church and reading about the bishop who started it. I didn't even look his name up. But so the bishop who started this church is interred on the property. And in the 70s, they moved his body to a new location in the church. And when they did, they found his body was incorrupt.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And so he's being petitioned for sainthood.
Where
And
is this church?
It's downtown, like right by...
Next to
Really?
Kid Rock's big ass honky tonk? Where is it?
The holy ground.
Yeah.
Sanctified ground. I need a latitude and longitude.
Okay, it's on John Lewis Way. So
Okay.
that's like 7th,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Just, right downtown. I used to, ride the city bus past it when I was in high school all the time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Right next to Kid Rock's big ass honky tonk. Love it. But I just think this is so fascinating.
That
I don't know.
is.
The idea of like incorruptibility alone is very interesting. But now it's like,
Wow.
there's this like zombie waiting to rise, like right downtown.
down the street.
Like, it's cool, right? I don't know. I just wanted to share
is
this
really
with
cool.
people.
You found that out from their website?
Yeah, it's like on, I think it's on their website and Wikipedia. Yeah, there's like a whole Wikipedia about the guy.
Man.
Can you be there when they disinter him? Are they like making that
I hope so.
public?
Selling
That was
tickets.
in the 70s. Yeah, it was like in the 70s that they disinterred.
Wait, so
and
where is
moved-
he? Where is he
Yeah.
now?
So he's buried there still, but like in a different area. It was like when they were expanding,
I
they like
see.
moved where he
Well,
was
I thought you were
buried.
saying this
Yeah.
happened like.
Oh yeah, I thought
Same.
this was recent.
Same.
No,
Yeah.
coming
I'm
up.
so sorry. I wish. Maybe we'll go try and resurrect him. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. Last thing I wanted to bring up before we move on here is I've been listening to the Halloween jukebox playlist that you made.
Thank you.
Love it, HP. We posted some playlists last episode on our show notes that you can go check out. And HP's was really great. It's all like songs that are like specifically vintage, like Halloween songs.
Well, it's all like from the boom of the Monster Mash being like a major
yes.
hit.
Nice.
And then also like some like the Blob song, like so many like movies like that just had like a theme song that got put out for it, or even just like the Twilight Zone song initially, the Doctor Who theme being like the first
Wendy Carlos,
electronic-
right?
Wendy Carlos.
music at all.
Yeah.
All that was really popular, and also just like kitschy, campy music in general, like novelty songs. And that's what I was looking for.
Well, perfect segue, because if you like the Halloween jukebox playlist, you will enjoy my friend's Bandcamp. So I have his friend, Heath. Shout out to Heath. Hello, Heath. He also listens to the show. He, for years, has had this puppet called Boy George, or he calls it BoJo. That is a ghost puppet. And this ghost BoJo puppet has its own Bandcamp that is called bojospooky-mixtapes.bandcamp.com, and literally has years of these spooky playlists that he's been making for every year. There's kind of like a theme. It has like cute art with like the puppet you can see on here. So this year's mix is called Mix from the 13th Floor. and it has this puppet, and it's just all these awesome songs from old movies. There's just like all these songs I've never heard before that are like spooky.
There's like
music.
You wouldn't believe how much music there is out there like that.
Yeah.
And so much of it is just lost, or just like on a 45 that there was like 300 of them that was just like somebody in high school that just like made it in their, in their music class where they had a vinyl printing machine in there because it was just common. And
That's so cool.
Like there's so much of it out there. It's like the same that you can equate to like garage rock, and how much of stuff there is like that is the same for like Halloween and Christmas novelty music.
Yeah. I remember running across a garage rock song about the Mothman. That was like, it was literally just exists on like a 45. Some podcast played it, and I'm like, this, and it was amazing. Yeah. It was,
Wow, I need that. That's my new holy grail.
That's great.
That's so cool. That I listened to an interview with David Dastmalchian, who was in Night of the or Late Night with the Devil. Did you see that one?
I did.
So
he collects spooky 45s and has like a huge collection of them apparently, and I was like, that would be a really fun thing to collect. You have quite a
I
sizable
started
record.
collecting copies of the Monster Mash. I have like 10.
It's pretty good.
It's like your Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah. And also the other one that I try to always get is there's like a record that's the spooky sounds of the haunted house.
I have,
and it's like
I have that one
but
too.
there's like a million different pressings of it, but it's the same sounds.
Yep,
Like
totally.
there's a Disney one, and there's just like all sorts of different covers, but it's like the same thing. Just like I guess they marketed it all sorts of different ways at different times. But
And
I
they
got
had the
one,
cassette
too.
tape one too that had the orange Halloween orange spooky sounds of Halloween.
Spooky sounds, and it's like a story on one side, and then just sounds on the other.
Yeah.
You should also, if you have it, you should start collecting Casper the Friendly Ghost ones, because you got a kid named Casper.
That's true.
Yeah, that'd be so cute. I don't know. Heirlooms. I don't know.
Different time. It'd have to be like just like the VHS tapes of it or something.
True. Yeah. True. All right. Well, anything else you want to add to our pop culture corner
No.
before we move on?
I think we're good.
Okay. But yes, if you want to check that out, that's BoJo, BoJo, spookymixtapes.bandcamp.com.
Link it on the
Hours.
socials.
Oh, great idea. Hours of entertainment, I swear. So the next thing I wanted to talk about before we get into the meat of our episode with our guest today is kind of a DQ, kind of a direct query, kind of a dizzy question. This is actually more of just like a comment that I saw that I thought was really interesting. So you might remember from last season, I posted on our Reddit that when I was doing this kind of long form research project about the McGavick hauntings, and I posted it on Reddit and just, got all of this very interesting information from people about like, oh yeah, my dad used to work at Opryland and would see this creepy woman in black, and just like all these really wild stories. But someone recently commented on the Reddit post, and I got like another notification. So we got a new comment that I wanted to share. I just thought it was very interesting. This says, I found this post doing research. I was recently visiting the Opry Mills Mall as a tourist from California. My daughter loves malls and it looked cool, so we went there while we happened to be staying nearby. I knew absolutely nothing about it, but I felt extremely creeped out while walking around in it. I was so creeped out and I didn't know why, to the point that the feeling got stronger and stronger, and I had to tell my daughter that I needed to listen to my instincts and we needed to leave. I wasn't sure if it was a premonition, a feeling from a past experience there, or what, but I couldn't get away from there fast enough. Isn't that so interesting?
At Opry Mills?
Yeah, they said, I've never had an experience quite like that before. I mentioned it to an associate who's a psychic, and her sense was that there was definitely some strange energy there, and went on to say it was almost felt as if it had been built over a Native American burial site, which we can confirm from our research.
Isn't it crazy that that's just like the truth about that place? Because it's like it's such a trope.
Because it's the most cliche trope like ever. Yeah.
And
it's like
kind of racist.
Too.
Yeah,
it's a racist trope.
Yeah, but
is.
that truly is what happened. This McGavick guy found all these Native American burial sites and took their skulls and put them on his fence posts that lined his driveway.
What?
Yeah.
Ew.
So creepy, right? But I just wanted to share this. I thought it was really interesting that this completely unknowing person just like got utterly creeped out at the Opry Mills Mall. And had
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of creepy there.
Yeah, that's not always
completely
related to
different
reason.
reason. Yeah.
I mean,
It's capitalist creepy. Yeah.
yeah.
Have I talked to you about how I love going to the mall?
Oh,
and
yes.
I've recently come to terms with the fact that it's because I like surrounding myself with the most horrible facets of society. I realized that.
It's like comforting.
'Cause I was like, why do I love coming here? And everybody and it's like, I acknowledge it as terrible, but I like to be here. And it's like, because I like to like wallow into the depths
Hey, yeah.
I love to
Remind how good
see,
you got it.
love to
Like-
see the Abercrombie worker eating the Wetzel's pretzels on her break. Like,
It's an ecosystem.
you know, just,
Yeah.
An ecosystem that I worked in for a long
too.
time.
I love Look, I love them all too.
Yeah. Well, I mean Opry Mills specifically, but yes. I worked at many stores there as a young one. Yes.
I worked at a, so getting off track.
I know.
I worked at a booth in the mall that made vinyl stickers for cars.
Aw.
That
Okay.
was when I,
Like customized? What's the dumbest or weirdest thing
dude,
somebody had
people
you
would
make?
try to get me to make, and this was in California, people would try to get me to make the rebel flag all the time. I was like, no.
Right now,
You were like,
Yeah.
you don't even go here.
This is like,
Why do you want
we're in
this?
California.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you want this?
There was printed on, this is highly inappropriate. There was
Great.
printed on the side, like all the examples, the like, you know what I'm saying when you say the shocker?
yeah.
Like, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that was printed on there as a thing you could get. And dads would come up all the time with their kids and be like, I like see this all the time. Like, what does it mean?
Oh my
Like,
God.
what is this? And I would just be like, I don't know.
I think
idea.
it's sign language.
I think it's sign. Yeah, it's sign language, all right.
God. All right. Let's go. We're going to run so long. Okay.
It's okay. I think we're ready when you are.
Yes. Okay, so this is going to be our first attempt to like play a game on here with friends, which is something that we've been wanting to do. I'm really excited about it. I don't do anything sports related at all. I don't follow sports at all, but I've heard that they do this in sports.
It's like the draft pick or okay, like
Fantasy
the
draft
drafting.
picks,
Okay, yeah.
And it sounded fun to me. So I said, let's try to do this with movies. The way the draft is going to work is everybody starts off with $100.
Okay.
And we are basically going to be bidding on movies as they come up to make the best film festival, quote unquote, that you could make or that applies to your taste. So I have it put it in a random generator. It'll come up.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll go, okay, this one's up. Does anybody want that for $1? And we'll all just kind of discuss it.
Okay.
Before we start, I tried to pick about 10 movies from the 80s through the 2010s. I just had to give myself some parameters. I also asked everybody kind of what their favorite movies are to make sure that we at least kind of had some common ground, and there was some stuff that everybody had seen. I didn't want to pick something too crazy. I also really went for mostly like capital H horror movies instead of like Silence of the Lambs or something that is, I know we talked about Mulholland Drive definitely being a horror movie, but for the purposes of this exercise, I wanted to keep it just kind of the meat and potatoes of the decades necessarily.
Makes sense if it popped up in one of in a film festival. It would be like, wait, what?
Yeah, but also just because there's like this could be 100 movies.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a little more than 40. Some maybe we can skip, but ultimately everybody hopefully has 10 movies at the end of it. There's no reward for not spending all your money, so spend away, but make sure that you don't spend it all in one place. Don't run out near the end because there'll be some stuff coming up.
Is there a goal that we should shoot for how many movies we need to like have
About
in our
10,
festival?
but it should work out that everybody gets about 10.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Are you doing it too?
Yeah, we're all doing
You're
it.
playing too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll bring them up, but I also will bid on things.
Okay.
But before we start, there's a couple that are like franchises that I kind of wanted to see if we want to go for the original or if we want to do the remake or maybe another one in the series. So we'll go through those first, starting with Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm partial to 3. I really
Which
like
is Dream Warriors, right? Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any other opinions about any of them? Do we want to keep the original?
I tend to like the original the most, but I'm fine with 3. The song Dream Warriors by Dokken played at the reception of my wedding.
Really good.
So I'm fine with Dream Warriors.
I'm not bidding on that one, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just keep original.
Okay.
I also put Evil Dead 2. I think it's the one,
Oh yeah, sure.
of course.
Fine with that.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Scream.
Definitely the orig,
Oh,
right?
the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
4 is also very good.
Yeah.
I'm going to put 4
is.
is also good just for the record.
It is good.
Okay. Candyman. Do we want to keep the original? Do we want to do the remake from a couple years ago?
It was on a remake,
Which I liked
right?
quite a bit. Well,
like a
it's
spiritual sequel?
It's like
It's a sequel.
sequel.
A spiritual
yeah.
sequel.
I mean, it calls.
It is
Yeah.
literally
It's a
a
literal
sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I love them both, but either one.
I would say original, honestly.
Original.
It's scary as shit.
Yeah, it's so scary.
Traumatized me as a child.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So far,
That's
we're
cool that I was traumatized as a child.
I bet
HP.
cool that
No, I'm
we're
just kidding.
grinding along. I know what you did last summer.
I like the
Nobody
original.
cares.
For me, it's the
Yeah.
first one. Yeah. I don't really care.
First one's the only actually good one.
Yeah.
The Ring.
Ooh. You talking about Ringu?
Saying Ringu or Ring?
Yes.
I like Ringu. I think it's much scarier, but the Ring is really good too. So I don't care. I'll defer to you guys.
I've seen the American the most, and I really do love it.
Yeah, I don't have any emotional connection to Ringu, but I don't care ultimately.
I'm gonna keep it The Ring.
Okay.
What was the one that Sarah Michelle Gellar was in?
I know you did last summer.
No,
Grudge.
The
The
Grudge.
Grudge.
Yeah.
The Japanese Grudge is
Scary.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Grudge.
And then Final Destination.
How many are there?
There's 5.
That's a tough call because they're all good in their own.
They all are good. I think it goes 3, 1, 4, 5, 2. I've said that a lot. I'm putting. If nobody cares, I'm putting 3.
All right.
Okay. That's fine.
Perfect.
Love it.
3s are the best one. I'm sorry. It just
No,
is.
that's great.
Okay, cool. That's all sorted out.
Great.
I'm going to put this thing into the randomizer.
Wow.
I have it.
You got a randomizer over
yeah,
there?
there's a randomizer
Wow.
that
Really living in the 21st
Downloaded.
century, aren't we?
if you ever need to randomize something, it's just random.org.
All right.
Random.org.
Okay,
Random org.
cool. I'm going to keep track over here, but everybody keep track to themselves too.
Okay.
Just because we're starting off with The Ring. Anybody want to start bidding at $1 for The Ring? Nobody wants The Ring. All right.
I have a really. I guess we can.
And we can
circle back
also
around.
back.
the thing is we have 47. So we could, if nobody gets it, we could. I mean, there's certain ones we can skip, right? Like
yeah,
if
or,
nobody
like,
gets it,
circle
then we can
back.
come back to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's circle back.
Circle back to The Ring. All right, off to a great start. Nobody wants The Ring.
We all have faves that
Yeah,
we want to go
that's
for.
true.
I have a vision.
That's
I
good.
have a strategy.
Good. That's
I think
good.
my strategy is going to be really annoying, but I have a strategy. We'll see if it works out.
Okay.
I have
tell you
no
about it
strategy.
later. Okay,
There's no
okay.
way I'm winning this thing.
I don't even think that there's like winning anyways, so it'll be great. Okay, The Thing.
I want it.
Okay. What's your bid on The Thing? Starting bid.
I mean, I guess I'll start it at $1, right?
Start at $1. Anybody want to
I'll do $3.
$3?
I'll do $5.
Ooh.
$5
I will
for The
do
Thing.
$7.
Fight.
I'll do. Can I do $7.50?
No, it has to be whole dollars.
I'll do $9.
$10.
You can have it.
Okay.
Oh, I love
The Gray.
Yeah.
This is
The
fun.
Thing for $10.
Right.
All right, cool. Good. Next we got Night of the Living Dead. Start the bidding at $1.
I'll do
Such
$1
a
on that.
classic.
Gray will do $1. Anybody else? I cannot let you get the Night of the Living
I know.
Dead for $1. I will go $5 for Night of the Living Dead.
Ooh. $6.
$6. I'll go $7.
Ooh.
Do I hear $8? Do I hear 8? Do I hear 8?
$8.
Oh, I got $8.
We got a big spender over here.
Okay. Now that you didn't get it for $1, I'll let you have it for $8.
It's the symbolism of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Is
All right.
that 8?
All right. Next we got Brain Damage.
Oh, that one's so
I would love to start the bidding at $4 for
All
Brain
right.
Damage.
All right.
Brain damage is good.
Are you just willy-nilly picking the starting prices for these, or is that
No.
also being
It
randomized?
starts at $1, but anybody else can say
Okay, I see.
whatever
Yeah,
they
yeah.
want, but it's worth $4 to me,
Okay, I see. That makes sense.
at least.
Just 4?
I'm starting the bidding at $4. Anybody want to raise?
What's the movie again? I forgot.
Brain damage.
Brain damage. Yes.
Fun fact about brain damage: the voice of the creature is Carl or Zachary.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, and he is a man who has a full album of novelty Halloween songs. The best of which is "Dinner with Drac" Part 1.
Which is on your playlist.
Yes.
Yeah.
John Zachary is his name.
Yeah, and he was a horror host out of, was it Pittsburgh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool guy. Funny lyrics in Dinner with Drac. He also does the
Well,
Monster Mash on that.
Looks like brain damage is yours.
Brain damage is mine for
$4.
4.
All right.
Excellent. Okay, next we have It Follows.
Ooh.
One of the better horror movies of
$5.
the past 20 years.
We got Bunnicula at $5.
I'll do $6.
$6.
$9.
Ooh, really stepping it up. A little burp there. Yeah.
$9.
I'll do $10.
$10.
Okay, you can have it.
Okay.
That was,
All right,
that was a good one.
sold for $10.
Such a good movie.
It is.
Next, we've got Videodrome.
Yeah.
You want to start the bidding?
$5.
I'll go $6.
7.
Ooh, 8.
9.
10.
12.
Ooh. 13.
I'll go 14.
Damn it. 15.
Dre, running out of money.
Yeah.
15. I'll give it to you for 15.
Thank you.
Oh. How much money do you have left?
Goodie.
Gray has 67.
Well, now I have.
Are you keeping track?
82
Yes.
minus
Nice.
15.
Yeah, 67.
Yeah,
nice,
67.
nice. Look at you go, HP. You're on it.
I got it.
I love it.
All right, I got next. We've got The Faculty.
Ooh, I just watched this for the first time.
Great movie.
It is a good movie.
We just watched it recently.
Totally
too.
like holds up better than you might think
And
that
again,
it does.
3 Days a Night. Josh Hartnett is a gem.
He's great in
I
it.
love him so much.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez's fourth movie. I think like after he did like the Mexican trilogy. It's like 99, 2000.
Yeah. I saw it like as an adult rather than as a teenager. when
Yeah,
it
I saw it
came
for the first
out.
time like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
I expected to be disappointed, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
John Stewart is in that movie.
Yeah.
Gets his fingers chopped off with it.
And Catherine Martell from Twin Peaks is the little lady teacher in it.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of
That's right.
iconic people in that one.
Yeah.
Frasier's wife.
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
principal.
Piper Laurie, like everybody.
Yeah, Piper Laurie, yeah, that's her name.
Nix from Lord of Illusions is in it. Yeah,
It's a good movie. I don't want it in my film festival.
I don't either.
I don't need it, but I like it.
I'll take it for $1. Let's go. That's so awesome. Oh yeah, great movie. I
don't want it.
Don't want it though.
I can only pick 10.
All right.
So far I have 0.
So far you have 0.
Sorry.
Now we're on to Hellraiser.
Gosh,
$5.
$5. Hellraiser for $5. Anybody want to match?
6.
Ooh, 7.
I'll go 8.
9.
I can't.
I will go 10.
Take it.
I'll do 11.
Yeah. Man, sniped. I'll give it to you for 11.
Okay.
Dang. That was That was thrilling. Wow, my blood
See, that's
pressure's
what it's
up
all
now.
about, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just like not real even.
Yeah. It's 0 movies.
No money. Nothing. It's like
No stakes.
Love it.
that's awesome. Okay, next one. I think I know somebody might bid on this one. We got The Lair of the White Orc.
Yes.
$10.
Whoa, big
Whoa.
That's one of my faves.
That played recently too.
Man.
I didn't see it there, but
I love
I
it.
do.
I'll do 12.
Too rich for my blood.
I was gonna say, do
Do
you
you
have
think that?
money?
Imagine like telling people 30 years ago that it would have this level of esteem.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so good.
It's amazing.
When it played, it was almost sold out, and people were like, and like 2/3 of the crowd hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
And people were just losing their minds.
It honestly is a mind blowing movie. What did you say? 12?
I think I said 12.
13.
13,
14.
14, 15.
You can have it.
Yes. All right.
First one, Bunnicula's on the board.
All right, I'm
That's
on
a
the
good
board.
one to start with.
All right, next we've got The Host.
Oh,
Anybody have any feelings about The Host?
It's a good
such a
one.
goodie.
It's great, but
I don't need it.
I'm passing on it.
Yeah, I'll pass on it.
I will take the host for $1.
I think I'm
Film
getting a sense of
festival's
your
gonna have 30
strategy.
movies.
Yeah.
Okay, I've spent $6. Okay, how about this one? This is I think the newest one on here. Oh, no, it's not. But it is close. Talk to Me.
Oh, I love
so
that
good.
one.
Love that one.
Like, I think, honestly, one of the best, top 10 in the last 4 years.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure, for
It
me.
was really
Agreed.
good.
Perfectly paced movie. Also,
Yeah.
just like set up so well to you can do a million of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Like Final
Yeah.
Destination style. Doesn't matter. It can be a different group of friends.
The
different
mechanism is so
places
perfect.
and time.
You can just
Yeah.
it's like the lament configuration.
Yeah.
It can be used anywhere. Yeah.
$5,
$5. I'll go 6.
7,
8.
9,
All right. 10.
11.
All right. I'll let you have it.
Love it. Okay.
Okay. Next, we're going The Conjuring.
Pass.
Pass.
Yeah,
Pass.
I passed too.
I'm also pass. I don't need to pick it up for $1. I don't really care about it.
Whoa. Sad.
You're gonna have a budget
Sorry, The
film
Conjuring.
Yeah.
I think it's. I just want to like say I do think that it is like over time an important movie and like horror becoming like back into mainstream.
Yeah. Big budget,
yes.
big glossy horror movies.
Is it like Blumhouse before Blumhouse was like what it is now?
Yeah, I think so.
Like
Yeah.
where it was still like kind of like the same level of like kind of prestigious like producer now where it's just like they just have like schlock that they throw around
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But whatever. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
$5.
Yeah, start with 5. Anybody else?
That's a goodie.
It's a good one. I pass.
I'm gonna pass.
I do want this. I'm going 6.
Ooh.
7.
8.
9.
I will go to 15.
You can have it.
Okay.
Ooh.
It was one of my biggest ones, but yeah.
I'm sorry. I really
15 you
do.
can have.
I just watched it.
It's
like
It's honestly in my top 10 maybe movies,
Yes.
horror or not,
Yes.
of all time.
This
but
does not surprise me at all.
I feel so
about
bad
you.
taking this
Yeah.
now.
it's okay.
No.
I got a flow going here. And
Cool.
So, yeah.
You're doing great. No.
Yeah, I like on your wavelength. One of the most important, like just like independent movies in general of that time, and also just I really like clicked into the like sort of like industrial nature of it, like where like critique of like industrialization,
Absolutely,
that it
yeah.
is. This time that I watched it, I'm currently and have been a butcher for 4 years now. And there's
cool.
like a part in the beginning. And so I've been tuned into a little bit more like that world. So part in the beginning with the guy when they pick up the hitchhiker and he's talking about, he's like, that gun's no good.
It's no good.
You gotta, they don't die as good. You gotta hit them with the
hit 'em
club.
with the sledgehammer.
And then he talks about the, I guess, more humane way of doing it is taking away the jobs of people like himself that have violent tendencies.
That's right.
And that just like
And it's so perfect because then what you end up with is this family full of people who are unemployed and
Yeah.
hot in the middle of nowhere. They're mechanized out of work.
Yeah.
And that's never a good situation. Yeah. And then, of course, it ends up with Grandpa hitting,
yes.
this woman in the head like they used to do in the slaughterhouse and they can't do anymore.
just
yeah,
really-
it's just perfect.
Genius.
As I've gotten older and watched it, it's just really like blown my mind more and more how like well made of a thing it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, they screened it for on 35 millimeter a couple years ago at Belcourt, and it was awesome.
It's actually in right now for its 50th anniversary. It's in theaters right now. I don't know if it's in
Like
but
normal-
like
like
right now, like at
theater
at like
theater.
Regal. Yeah, yeah.
You heard it, Disney Spellions. Get out there. Go see it.
All right. Moving along,
All
we've
right.
got The Fly.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
Pass because I got Videodrome, so I'll pass.
I got The Fly for $1. One of top 20 favorite movies all time for me. Easy. That's great. Moving along, this one's coming back into the lexicon because of a movie that just came out. We're going with Society.
Okay, I don't know about
I don't
this
know
one.
this
Society
movie.
is so awesome. It's come back
I
because
don't
of the
know it.
substance.
Because yes,
Okay.
Because of what?
The substance.
Oh.
Okay.
like OG
Similar
body
body
horror.
horror.
Okay.
societal criticism of the bourgeoisie.
Wait, is this the one
if
where
you
like the
will.
rich kid realizes that his parents are like,
Yes.
oh, okay,
Cool.
yeah,
Can't wait.
yeah.
Really
Love
great
it.
movie.
It's Brian Usna, the Stuart Gordon's longtime producer, who made the Reanimator sequels and a lot of other stuff,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Nobody bid? Does anybody want it?
I don't need it.
I'm comfortable if two of you haven't seen it and you don't want it.
I'll pass.
I don't really want to take it for $1.
Okay.
It has
I
no
just
value,
feel-
really.
Yeah, I just feel like that's not fair. So I'm just gonna skip it. And we're gonna take it out of there. Next goes The Orphanage.
Super
It's a
good.
one.
Good one. Anybody want it?
I think I'm okay.
Staying away from ghosts.
Okay with that.
Just generally in your life.
It's in my life as a rule.
I remember loving it. I haven't seen it in a few years. I don't feel strongly enough to take it, so we're gonna skip that one too.
It's a good movie though.
Moving on to something I do feel strongly about. We got Jennifer's Body.
We're watching.
I want to
that
see y'all
tomorrow.
fight about it.
I'll start at 5.
Anyone?
Nobody
No.
wants it?
No.
I'll let you have it.
Cool. It's well worth 5.
It is.
Movie that holds up way better than I feel like it seemed like it might have when it came out.
I'm glad it's being reappraised
Yes.
and it found its audience because it was maligned at the time.
Is it the
unfairly?
first? Is it like the next thing after Juno that Diablo Cody wrote?
I think so. I think it was
Yeah.
right after that. Yeah.
Man.
Interesting leap there. I like it.
Okay, next we've got Creep Show.
Yeah, I'll do $2 on Creepshow.
I'll do 3.
4.
I would go to 5.
I'll let you have it for 5.
Oh,
Ooh, $5. How many movies do you have, HP?
I have a lot of movies.
I'm shooting for
Actually.
10. But with
Now,
my
let's see.
at 2.
I have two.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to take a break.
You're going to get cutthroat over here.
I've only got 3.
All right. Train to Busan.
Good
Do we
one.
want to vote on that?
No zombie movies in my
Not
film
votes.
festival.
Anybody wanna bid on it?
I'm not into zombies.
I already got my zombie movie, which is the other one other than Texas Chainsaw that's in my top.
We're going to make, here's what we're going to do after. So I'm not going to get it either. We're going to compile the list of the rejected
Rejects.
ones and see what that film festival is. like.
Okay.
That'll be Michael's film
There
festival.
you go.
Or Max.
Love it. Love it.
All right. Train to Busan. Nobody's taken. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Anybody want it?
Nah, I'm
I
passing
love
on
it, but
that.
no.
No, I'm good.
Nobody wants it. What about Tales from the Hood?
Yeah, I'll do $1 on that one.
Love it.
I'll give it to you for $1. I will.
Nice.
Done. Moving right along here, y'all.
A movie that I like but don't need to watch.
I love it. I watch it every year.
That's cool. How do you feel about the Leprechaun movies? Are you also in that?
It depends. Yeah, I mean they're fun. Like the goofier the better. I probably watch Leprechaun in space more than any other. Yeah. Yeah.
haven't seen
Tales
that
from the Hood I think it holds up. I like Rusty Cundiff. I wish he made more movies.
Moving on to Candyman. We went with the original, as we
$5.
remember.
$5,
$5.
6.
6,
I do 7.
7,
9.
8, 9, 10.
I don't want that bad.
$13.
Oh, Bunnicula coming with 13.
14.
All right, you can have it, but you drove a hard bargain, man. That was good. That movie truly, truly is one of the movies that scarred me as a child.
It's one of the most beautiful horror films
Oh, yeah.
ever made.
It's yeah,
is, it
man.
really
and that
is.
Philip Glass score.
Another movie that's just aged so well, like it really holds up. That all of the like themes really unfortunately are still extremely relevant. Just seems like a movie that could be made exactly the
Yeah.
same way
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
And the tragic, not I don't want to say villain, but character
Yeah.
of Candyman.
A true sympathetic villain.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's like an elegance to it that I think some horror movies from that time definitely didn't have. You
Yeah.
know?
Beautiful.
Good.
Okay, cool. Next, we're on to Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. I have a feeling nobody's going to take this.
I'm going to say no.
It's not for me.
Not for you?
I mean, I like it, but it's not for my film festival.
It's one of my favorite series. It's probably my favorite slasher series.
I think it's the
Yeah.
It's
best
the best quality slasher
of
series.
agree.
the OGs, like Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street is easily
Yeah, in my
the
house, we
best.
were Freddy Krueger fans.
Right.
Yeah,
In this house.
I was a Freddy boy as well.
What else I
Yeah.
think is funny about the series is that there are 2 separate 80s rap songs.
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
2 separate ones.
Yep.
There's the Fat Boys and there's the
Fresh Prince.
Yeah, Fresh Fresh Prince. Mm-hmm. But it's what's that DJ? Is it DJ Jazzy Jeff? There you go.
Yeah.
Because it's like DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
But Freddy Krueger was kind of like serving cunt a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like
yeah.
in a way that like
had a
Jason or like Mike, like they, you know what I mean?
He was like he talked actively.
yeah,
and was,
he actively talked.
had attitude.
Hot take.
Yes.
But I think Wes Craven's New Nightmare is my favorite Freddy movie.
Yeah, it's my second favorite after
Yeah.
the first one. It was,
It's
and it
so
was one
good.
of the first meta horror movies where
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
proto Scream.
Totally.
yeah.
Blew my mind as a kid. The part where the claws come up in his seat when he's in LA traffic.
Yeah.
So awesome. The part where the robotic hand starts moving on its own. Just my childhood.
And it's so great because it's the only classic slasher character that can only be played by Robert Englund.
Yeah.
because he's not in a mask, and his personality is
So true.
the character.
Yeah.
So true.
That's why I like the like 2009.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh,
The 2009 one has been on because we just put on like AMC at work and it plays. He looks so stupid.
Yeah, oh, I
He
know.
looks so terrible.
I know.
And it's just wrong. And then also, I just recently finished a journey that I've been on for 6 years where I've been watching the Friday the 13th movies sequentially on Friday the 13th as they come up.
Oh,
You
excellent.
know what I mean?
Excellent. Yes.
So I
insane.
just watched Freddy vs. Jason.
Nice.
And finished it. I started the first one at the Belcourt, and then I've been doing it. It's been taken
nice.
6 years.
Oh, that's fun.
awesome.
And I'm going to keep doing that, I think, until I die.
Cool.
Freddy vs. Jason is excellent.
Oh, it's a hoot. It's an absolute hoot.
It's you rough it through 5 terrible Friday the 13th movies until Jason X, which is great.
yeah.
And then Jason Goes to Hell. No, it's Jason X and then Freddy versus Jason. Yeah, sorry. Freddy versus Jason is like one of the best ones of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's because Freddy, it's just like a Freddy movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Cool. Anyways, nobody's taking Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
putting
good.
that into the next one. This is the halfway point here. This is Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight.
That's a good
Anybody
one.
have any love for that movie?
I got huge love for
It's
it. I'm not going
good.
to take it.
It is
but
Not seen
good,
it,
but
yeah.
yeah.
I'm taking it. I'm going to give it the respect it deserves at $10.
Whoa. Even with no
Okay.
competition.
No
I
competition. It
respect that.
deserves.
I respect that. I'm more of a Bordello of Blood myself.
Bordello Blood is cool too. Demon Knight's got the like thing where it's like, it's the demon is like, there's like a biblical aspect to it
Yeah.
that's like comes out of nowhere, kind of like near
Yeah.
the end,
Cool.
and it's just like it's
Love
truly
that.
a crazy movie. I love all the Tales from the Crypt stuff. The Crypt Keeper's like, obviously iconic character, but had given him like sort of a big budget where it's like kind of in between a theater movie and a made for TV movie. I think is like right in the pocket
Yeah.
of something that I like.
And they were smart making it and Bordello of Blood making it a single location movie
Yes,
to make it seem like it had a bigger budget.
and it feels like very like From Dusk Till Dawn sort of too.
totally.
Like, yeah, just cool. All right, so we're at the halfway point. I'm just going to recap just so everybody kind of knows where we're at with things. We got Bunnicula with $74 remaining. So far, you've got Lair of the White Worm and Talk to Me. Becky, you've got It Follows and Hellraiser. You're at $79.
That's right.
Gray, half of your money gone. You're at 52.
53, 52.
I have 52, but I may be wrong.
52 is fine.
You've got The Thing, Night of the Living Dead, Videodrome, Tales from the Hood, and Candyman.
Yep.
Those are good ones.
I think I'm wrong with this because there might be some. I have like $60-ish. I've got Brain Damage, The Faculty.
You don't know how much money you have?
I have all what I bought everything
All
for,
right,
but I
all
just
right.
didn't. I've been.
Better do that math.
I've got Brain Damage, The Faculty, The Host, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Fly, Jennifer's Body, Creep Show, and Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. I like where
I respect it.
I'm
Yeah.
at right now.
That's like a yard sale film festival.
All of those movies are on DVD.
Everybody
for
only
$1.
take one VHS per person out of
Exactly.
it's like a trick or treat box.
All right, so yeah, about halfway through. So 20-ish movies remaining.
This is where it starts getting real.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot of good ones in here, and I think this is where I'm going to struggle because I don't have a lot of room left, and I have seen some ones I like. Next is The Substance.
Yeah, $2.
3,
4.
9,
I haven't seen it yet.
10.
Haven't seen it.
13.
Dang it. That was.
I'll tell you right now, I'm willing to pay whatever it takes for this movie.
You can have it.
Okay. That is how much I fucking love the
I need to
substance.
see it.
It's my favorite movie of the year so far.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I really got to see it. I I'm in a place in my life where I cannot go to the movies because of commitments and lifestyle choices
That's
that I've
fair.
made.
Having a child. Lifestyle
choices. I mean, it is a lifestyle choice.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely got to check that out.
Cool.
And I'm just waiting for it to be streaming, unfortunately.
I think it is streaming now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
watch it tonight.
Watch it when it
And then you can tell me
Yeah.
how I won the film festival game
Yeah.
after.
All right. I'm interested to see how this one goes down. We got Shaun of the Dead coming up next.
Love it. I'm not going to go for it, but it is amazing. And I just rewatched it.
Man, I want it, but I don't. I'm getting full. Getting full up
I'll
here.
throw $1 on it.
Throw $1.
Yep.
Man, Shaun of the Dead. 20 years later, getting taken for $1 for the film festival.
That's about right.
That's good.
I'll throw $2 on it. And
Yeah,
I'll make
throw-
myself an
yeah.
even $50.
Aw.
Yeah.
Respect on the name.
Yeah.
$2. All right. How about The Babadook?
Ooh.
Such a good
Speaking
one.
of serving cunt.
Oh, yes.
The
Yeah.
Babadook.
The Babadook by icon, basically.
for sure.
Yeah.
Queer
why
icon
did
now.
that happen?
Yeah.
Truly. I don't remember why, but
it
it,
was
happened.
like a thing. Oh, no.
I'm glad it
Okay.
did.
I do know why. Because it was one of those things where there was like a screenshot of, like, you know how Netflix will recommend,
Yeah.
like,
It was like queer
yeah,
movies.
like, yeah, and it was The Babadook
That's
was on
right.
there.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this that?
And
Yeah.
everybody went
That's
with
how.
it. Everybody leaned into it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was perfect.
That's funny.
I love the co-opting of like horror movie villains as like
Yeah.
queer like
Well,
gay
you just like we were
icons.
just talking about Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. Freddy,
Or like right now,
Nightmare on Elm
LONGLEGS.
Street 2.
There's like this amazing song that just came out. These like two just like content creators made this like essentially like a gay dance club hit about LONGLEGS, and you know,
my God.
it's
Oh, that's awesome.
It's so good, and it's like, you know, one of the lyrics is like, "Put your hand over one eye, now the other. Now you're moving just like mother." And it's so perfect, you know.
It's great.
Love it.
That's way better than anything in the movie at all.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We recently, not too long ago, went to Chuck Tingle's live show and book signing for Bury Your Gaze, his new horror novel.
Ooh.
And he did a whole stage presentation of horror characters as if they were like a dating site. So and the Babadook was one of them. And you're having
Wow.
to vote for who you would go on a first date
Oh,
with. It was
man.
like
Yeah.
the alien, the Xenomorph, and the Babadook. And
Oh my
it was
God.
just
Are you familiar with Chuck
hilarious.
Tingle? Chuck
Yeah.
Tingle. Okay,
I am,
so
yeah.
he's like an erotic writer, and his
Well,
titles
great
are
name
like
for a guy that is doing that.
yeah, but his titles are all like insane of his stories. He's written like hundreds of books. Here's just a couple: "Pounded in the Butt" by my book, "Pounded in the Butt" by my own butt.
Got it.
The fear of the unknown gives my butt pause, but then I realize how powerful and unique I am, and we pound enthusiastically.
So those are Tinglers. They're like 40
Yeah.
pages long, and he writes them in like a day or two. And then he has his full-length novels that are like horror novels or thrillers, and they're really great. So
Nice guy dinosaur doesn't pound me in the butt because I'm not interested, and he's not actually nice. He's just annoying and creepy and doesn't respect my boundaries. When I fell for him, we're not on a date.
Wonderful. This is great. Why don't I know about this?
Well, one of his most famous is trans wizard Harriet Porber and the bad boy Parasaurolophus. There's a whole Harriet Porber vein that is like the trans Harry Potter.
Trans Harry Potter
Yeah.
taking it back from,
Yeah.
that evil
from
woman.
She Who Shall Not Be Named.
Yes.
Is it? Well, okay, I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You just be
So-
like, isn't it crazy that that's just how it is now, though?
Yep.
Whatever.
I blame the black mold. Do y'all know about the black
The
mold?
black mold.
Yeah.
So there's like famously there's like a bunch of screenshots of her doing like zooms from her office
The
in her
moldy
castle.
house.
And over the years in the zooms, you start to see this like black mold creep up the ceiling, and it's like never been addressed. And so she's just slowly going mad in her castle full of black mold. I'm blaming the black mold.
That's interesting.
It's really strange. So did anyone want the Babadook?
Pass it on the Babadook.
I'm gonna
pass on the Babadook.
pass.
Pass it on the Babadook.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right.
pass.
We've got Saw coming up next.
Love it, but I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I love it though. I just recently rewatched it. It's a goodie.
All right. Possession.
$5,
$6.
$9,
$10.
$11.
Damn it.
I love Possession.
$12.
13.
Oh,
Whoa.
13. Becky?
No, I'm saving.
All right, you can have it.
Yes.
I love that movie.
All right.
So much.
Great movie.
The effects.
Yes.
Love them.
The performances. Jeez,
Yeah.
But I have a feeling nobody's going to take this. We got Cabin Fever.
I love Cabin Fever. It's
Love Cabin
his
Fever.
masterpiece.
Put some respect. Almost deleted it from the thing. Eli
Roth.
Oh,
It was his
okay,
first
yeah,
movie.
yeah,
This
Yeah.
movie. Also, I want to shout out Cabin Fever 2, which features the singer of the band Total Abuse from Texas.
Random.
Great band.
Are you taking it?
No, I'm not taking it. I almost didn't include it
That's okay.
in the list, but I felt like it needed when I was doing the 2000s. Needed a little love.
All right.
All right,
What's next?
Final Destination 3. I will put up $1 for Final Destination 3.
Yeah, you can have
You
it.
can have
I
it.
love
Yeah,
it.
it's
that
all
you can
yours.
have it.
Beautiful. I think I'm maxed out here. I might need to be selling some movies in a minute. We got Dead Alive.
Such a good one.
I will go. Yeah, I'll go $5 on Dead Alive.
You go $5 on Dead Alive.
No.
I respect it.
Sold for $5.
Great.
I really, one of the ones that I removed. I like Dead Alive, but as far as Peter Jackson horror movies, love The Frighteners.
The Frighteners is fantastic.
Like one of my favorite movies growing up. A movie that I still I think about and just can't wait to show my son.
Yeah. And oddly, it's for all the crazy stuff Jeffrey Combs has been in,
Yeah.
his most unhinged role is oddly in The Frighteners, which is the most normal movie he's been in. Yeah.
And it's PG-13.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just a good time. I swear also you can watch Dead Alive and The Frighteners and see a ton of the filmmaking that ends up being in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, the DNA is all there.
Totally.
Yeah.
If you go back
Cool.
and there's so much of the camera work is similar.
I love that he came from a horror background.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
And it's it's pretty immediately too. The Frighteners is 2000.
Yeah.
And then Lord of the Rings is 2004.
And there's some scary shit in the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah.
Shelob's lair is really scary. All the Uruk-hai stuff is really scary.
All
The
right.
Dead Marshes.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part's so scary.
Here comes a fight. We got Phantom of the Paradise. I'm starting at 10.
Whoa.
Okay. You can have it.
Hold on, let's see.
Where do you at?
12.
12.
Ooh.
Wow.
Here's the thing. is I really want it, but this would be my 10th movie.
Okay.
Oh, this is your last one?
So now I'm regretting the fact that I got the host on here.
That's fair.
I'll give it to you for 12.
I don't know. I think I should give it to you. You have the
Oh.
Phantom of the Paradise
Yeah,
history.
well, I'm also the host.
And I still have to get...
I got guests here. Gotta act graciously. How many movies you got?
4, 5, 6. I've got 7, so I still need 3 more, and I have $50 left. So I maybe ought to be... Yeah, I'll let you have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have it for 10.
So are you done?
I guess I'm done.
All right.
Man, I just really didn't manage my money very well because I have $53 remaining.
All those dollar movies.
All right. Next we got I Saw the TV Glow.
Boo. I need to pay me to take that movie.
Aw, I loved that movie. It's in my top movies
I
of the year.
know.
It actually
It
shocked me that you
destroyed,
said that.
it destroyed
Divisive.
me.
It's definitely beautifully emotional. I did like the ending. I loved the effects. I wish I could have seen so much more of the Pinko Pig.
Same.
I just wanted a whole
Yeah.
movie about
Same.
the Pinko Pig.
And I felt
or
the
just
same
make
way.
the show.
Yeah.
Make it.
Yeah.
Do it as a
Yeah.
fun little project. It would be really fun.
And I was a little torn on because this was my pick that's the reason it's on there, and it's also horror adjacent. It's not actually a
Yeah,
horror movie.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a horror movie.
So that's probably why I'm not even gonna bid for it because these are all, like you said, capital H horror movies, and it is a horror adjacent movie. I just loved it so much that I was like, I'm gonna put that on there.
I respect it. Yeah. I was glad I watched it, but I just was like, it just wasn't what I wanted it to be. And
Yeah.
sometimes when you have real high hopes or something,
Have
know?
you watched it a second time?
no, I have not.
Neither
Should
of
I?
you?
No.
I haven't either, but I really would like to.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's I enjoyed it as well. I feel like a second watch will make me appreciate it a lot more. But that's just
Yeah.
what I think maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't do it, but
All right.
just
Yeah,
curious. I was
it
just
didn't do it
curious.
for me, but different strokes. You know?
Nobody's taking
Yeah.
it. Nope. problem. Moving on to The Descent.
Oh, I want it.
What are you starting at?
$5.
$5.
$6.
$10.
$11.
13.
$15.
16.
$20.
Okay, you got it.
You got
See,
it.
this is where Becky comes in because
I really wanted that one.
you've got so much money.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah, that is
Sold to Becky.
arguably the best horror movie of the mid-aughts.
Truly. And another one
Okay.
that fucked me up.
Where do we stand on the ending? Original or?
Yeah.
So, okay, I want to just remind myself. There's the alternate one where she didn't escape, right?
The original
Yeah.
is where she didn't escape.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The original is where she doesn't escape.
Yeah, the one where she gets out was made specifically for the American.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even then, it's a
There
little
you go.
ambiguous, but still.
But then the sequel.
Well, that's where I was confused because so the alternate ending, quote unquote, is the American one like you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is where she does escape.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the actual like real ending is where she escapes but is actually still in the
Yes.
She's still in
Yeah.
the cave
Yeah.
seeing with her daughter with
Yeah.
the birthday cake in a
Yeah.
fantasy
Yes.
world, which I think is honestly
so
the happy ending.
Sure.
Because if she gets out, she's insane and has no friends because she watched them all die.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
like, it would be better to just die in the cave in a fantasy world, in my
Fair.
opinion.
Fair.
Hey,
So scary.
I've been saying that.
So scary.
Yeah. That movie's so good, though.
All right.
It captures claustrophobia.
That was a good
in
buy.
Such a
Oh,
perfect
that's
way.
what I've always said is
Yeah.
like, it's this horrible nightmare claustrophobic terror.
Yeah.
And then the monsters show up.
Yeah. It would be so
Yeah.
scary without the monsters.
Yep.
Cool.
Fully
All right.
agree.
Got The Descent to Becky for 13.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Next is
No,
the Blair Witch
$20.
Project.
$20. She paid $20.
Oh, you did 20?
Yeah, it is.
Did I miss it?
I'd be
Yeah.
20.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
What was the next one?
The Blair Witch Project.
I'll go
5,
6,
7,
9.
10,
You can have it.
I'll go 12.
Ooh.
13,
15.
Wow, I didn't expect this one to go so hard.
Fucking
I'll be
goodie,
honest.
man.
Yeah.
16.
17.
Money bags over here. Yeah, okay. You can
Okay.
have it.
Hell yeah.
You better find some discount movies pretty soon.
I'm going to end up just having to take whatever's left over after.
There's still some favorites of mine that have not popped up yet that I'm very excited about.
You got that for 17?
That's right.
Okay. Next we got Mandy.
I'll start
We'll go
off
for
with
Mandy.
$5.
6,
7,
8, 10.
9, 11.
I want it, but I'm full.
Oh, yeah. You know, she's like, he's waiting for you to chime in.
Man, okay.
It's one of my faves, and I lost one of my faves, so
What did you just say?
I said 11.
Will the council allow me to remove the host?
I don't know.
I don't know, because I don't think anybody else wants them. I don't know. Are you going to put Phantom of the Paradise back on the chopping?
No. Nah, I won't do it. What did you say?
$11.
All right, you can have it for 11. Huh? I want the tribunal to show that I would have gone all the way up to 20 for this one.
Whoa.
big one.
Well, then it sounds like I got a deal.
You sure did. All right. And also, another one that I would have paid big money for if I wasn't buying up cheap movies at the Ben. I really... Hereditary.
$5.
$5.
6, 8,
9.
9.
10.
11. She saws her own head off.
Fine, take it for 11.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Gray. We have too much of our favorite movies overlapping here.
Yeah.
All right. We got Sleepaway Camp.
I think that's so much fun.
Love it. I won't
I would be
take
picking
it.
this one up for $1.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll go $5 on Sleepaway.
Cool.
That's a good deal.
Spend some money.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Okay. Evil Dead 2.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll go 5 on that.
5 on Evil Dead 2. Anybody matching?
Take it.
Got it.
Gray's picking up some 5ers. All right. Just like a little under 10 movies left. Becky, I hope that you're waiting on some of these ones that are coming up.
You have 4? I have 6.
Yeah.
How many you got, Gray?
I think you got 9?
I have 8.
8.
Okay. Next is Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, no, I do have 9.
I'm good on that one.
Everybody's good on that one?
It's a good movie.
No.
It's a good movie,
but I
but-
have 9, so
Man.
And if I don't swap something out, then I might not. No, I love Drag Me to Hell. It's one of the most rewatchable movies ever
Totally.
made.
So fun. Also,
And it's one of the best PG-13
That's what
horror
I'm
movies
saying.
ever made.
it's crazy. I couldn't believe that it's PG-13.
like, I don't even watch. There's an unrated version on the Blu-ray. I've never watched it because I'm like,
Why?
I don't.
What's the point?
Why? All it's got is more gore, and I don't want. It's like, why?
I regularly watch just the scene, her fighting in the car, and then her digging up the grave at the end.
Yeah.
As like one of the most badass shots in general of her, like when it like comes, it's so like Sam Raimi where it kind of like zooms in and out at the same time. There's like a crane shot
So good.
of
Oh,
her.
yeah, what's that called? Tilt focus? Or what's that called? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like the vacuum. I always used to call it vacuum cam, but yeah, dolly focus.
Tunnels. Yeah, dolly
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
All right,
so
nobody
fun.
for Drag Me to Hell. Going to hell.
Wow.
Trick or Treat.
That's
$5.
6,
10,
12,
15,
Ooh.
20,
21.
Ooh.
25.
Wow.
Oh. He can go to 40.
Yeah, I
It's
can.
his last
It's
movie,
my
and he has
last movie.
$40 left.
And it's my favorite Halloween movie.
It's a perfect fucking
It's so
movie.
good. What did you say? What was your final?
My final bid is $40.
Why not?
Yeah. You can have it. $40.
Wow.
I'm sad about it.
Oh,
It is
it's
a
so good.
Oh yeah,
perfect-
it's my favorite.
It's the spirit of Halloween.
It's perfect. It's my favorite.
Sam is the spirit
We have
of
a Sam wreath on the store right now.
Truly great movie.
Yeah.
All the segments are great.
Yeah.
The only other movie to feature Thurman Merman from Bad
Yes,
Santa.
yes. I like
right.
screamed when I
That's right.
rewatched it this
Aside
year.
from Bad Santa 2, I guess he's also in.
Which he's great in.
And Trick or Treat is pre-Bad Santa? Or is it?
It is because it was, I
Yeah.
believe,
Because he made it like several years before.
it sat on a shelf. They shelved it for so long
Oh,
before it got
interesting.
released. Yeah.
Huh. So good. This year I was really inspired by Trick or Treat, so I got as many pumpkins as I could, and I'm gonna carve them all to put in my yard before Halloween.
I love that.
I just like love that aesthetic of just
Yeah.
like a yard full
It's
of
so
pumpkins.
yeah,
cool.
that's a fun, doing the
That's
yard
what I'm
like
doing
that.
this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll send you a pic when I do it.
Wow, I'm surprised by the love for Trick or Treat and pleasantly.
it.
Such a good one.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do we got
The
left?
Cabin in the Woods.
$5,
$6,
$9.
$10.
You guys got money to
You got
spend.
it. You got it.
Okay.
What was that? What'd you say? 10?
10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10.
Dang it.
Just
I don't
watched
know if
it
I'm gonna have 10
last
movies.
night.
It's so
Holds
good.
up.
That's really
It really
But
is.
it's fun to think about the first time that you watched it.
Yeah.
Because it's like the first scene, it's like there's just like for a while there's just no reference to, there's just two totally different things going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is happening in this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
Beautifully done.
like a movie that truly benefits from going in as blind as possible. I don't know how. I guess now at this point you probably could show somebody like a younger person
yeah.
it again, and they wouldn't
Get
really
the
know.
references necessarily
Yeah.
even.
Yeah. Okay, we've got House of a Thousand Corpses.
$10.
I knew you would.
You know that's my fucking
can
movie.
have
I'd
it.
be going in on this.
I worked on that one.
Gray worked on House of a Thousand
Nice.
Corpses.
I think that makes you ineligible to vote.
Yeah.
I'm out of money.
Do you want to share what you did for House of a Thousand Corpses?
Nothing glamorous. I worked at X in the shop at X Mortis Effects, so I was just a makeup effects shop rat for that.
I love
one.
it.
So I wasn't on set. Or anything.
So
That's cool.
freaking cool.
Great movie, really fun, super original. I like it a lot. Did you get 10?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it for 10. Anybody else?
Should have started
Wanna match?
cheaper.
I'm good.
Should have started cheaper.
Man, you guys are cleaning up at this point, and I got some schlock on my list. We got The Witch.
Yes. $10.
$10. It's between y'all now.
You're
so-
picking all the movies I want, Becky. Yeah, you can have it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm devastated.
Hell yeah.
You can have it. It's such a goodie.
I might have missed something.
What?
Who got that? Sorry, Becky?
Yes.
Becky.
Okay. I think that you guys have equal.
I have $22 left, I think.
I have $16.
Okay, I'm so wrong. I'm glad that y'all are keeping track because I've been trying. But okay, so The Witch, we've got only 2 movies left. Scream.
I don't really want it.
What? That's my favorite movie.
You can have it for like
$5.
Why not just put the respect and pay 16?
Because I need more movies. That's only my 8th
Okay.
movie. I might have to go back and see if I can cut a deal.
The
or
Scream for
something.
5. That leaves you with 11. And then, okay, so we got Get Out.
Yeah, I want Get Out.
I don't want Get Out.
I'll do like
I
that.
like it. Yeah,
I mean, it
do
doesn't
like that
matter
movie a lot.
because that's the last movie, right?
You can have it. Can I go back and pick ones
Yeah.
that didn't get? Okay.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
Or maybe you have to live with the consequences of not spending your money.
Wait, what did it?
That's fair. Let's do that. You had to live with the consequences of going too early.
Did
so
you get
that's
10
fair.
movies?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I have 8 as well.
Okay.
No, yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Becky.
well, let's, I think that we should have everybody read out their
Okay.
ones.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll start with Bunnicula.
Possession. The Lair of the White Worm.
That's so good.
Scream. The Substance. Talk to Me. Mandy. Hereditary, and House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm good with that.
Do you think there's
Yeah.
like a theme to the movies you picked?
That's a good question.
If you had to like pull one out, because I was thinking about that doing mine, and I started with one, but
Definitely just like really deeply fucked up people, you know? Just like all of these are just
Yeah.
like either they get to a point where they are just fucked up by the end of the movie, or there's someone who is like really fucked up that's terrorizing everyone. But I
Yeah.
guess that's most horror movies, right? I don't know.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that sounds
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah.
All right, Becky.
Okay, I got It Follows, Hellraiser, The Descent, Blair Witch Project, Cabin in the Woods, Get Out, and The Witch.
Solid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good variety.
I feel good
So
about it.
good.
Yeah.
I feel good about it.
Solid. All fairly modern with the
All fairly
exception
modern.
of Hellraiser.
I really wanted Trick or Treat because I think my thought was like going with movies that have like rules to them. Like It
Oh, cool.
Follows has a rule,
yeah.
Hellraiser has rules.
That's
to
right.
it.
Cool.
Trick or Treat
Cool.
has rules. The rest it kind of Cabin in the Woods has rules to
Definitely.
it. Get Out has rules to it.
Yeah.
But-
Ooh.
But I was robbed
I just
of the
screwed
jewel
up
in
your
my
entire-
crown.
It sounds like you're the only one that had
Ruin their film festival.
Yeah.
a full theme behind your. Wow.
I love it.
All right, Gray.
Okay. Night of the Living Dead, The Thing,
Classic.
Evil Dead 2,
Yes.
Sleepaway Camp, Videodrome,
Oh, you got all the classics.
Yeah.
Dead Alive, Candyman, Tales from the Hood, Shaun of the Dead,
Yes.
and Trick or Treat.
Only like 2 of those came out
That's a
post
fun.
2000.
That's
Yeah.
a fun time.
Yeah, that's a
That was what I was going for.
That's-
I wanted it
those
to
are
be
all-
like a good Halloween mix, like things you'd watch on Halloween. There's
No-
a couple of like, Night of the Living Dead is deadly serious.
Yeah, but
and
you know, but at this point, like it's a fun watch in
Yeah.
the theater with people.
that's true.
Yeah, that's a good time at the movies. All of those. I got.
Do you want a sip of water before you get started on your list?
I have 10. Gray has 10.
Okay.
I have Brain Damage, The Faculty, The Host, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Fly, Jennifer's Body, Creep Show, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, Final Destination, and Phantom of the Paradise.
Yes.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah. I
That's
would go to
also
all
a
of
fun
these.
time.
Those
for
are
the
fun.
most
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
There's a lot of, Phantom ending, especially Phantom of the
Yeah,
Paradise.
Phantom of the Paradise. I don't know if it's in that order that they play. But Phantom of the Paradise is closing it out no matter what.
Yeah.
And then finally, just out of interest, these are the movies that nobody picked in their own festival or maybe direct to
Reject
DVD. We got The Ring, The Conjuring, Society, The Orphanage, Train to Busan, probably the actual like best, most well-made movie on here. I Know What You Did Last Summer, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Babadook, Saw, I Saw the TV Glow, and Drag Me to Hell.
I mean, that's a good film festival
It is.
too.
In its own right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just goes to show sometimes the rejects are great too. And that's kind of
Yeah.
what horror movies are
Those
all
are the
about.
real Devil's
No
Rejects.
kidding.
All right.
I love it. Oh, this was so fun.
That was fun.
So I guess we'll post these on our Instagram, and for one day after our post goes up, you can vote on our Instagram. I don't know what the prize is going to be for whoever wins, but we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll get you a Disney Spell mug.
There we go.
Yay. Well, this was super fun. Before we wrap up and get out of here, Becky, Gray, do you have anything you want to plug today? Anything you want to promote before we sign off? Becky, you look like a no. Okay.
No.
Nothing to promote. Just like celebrate the hell out of Halloween, you know?
Yes,
Just like
yes.
do it. Eat all the candy, do all the costumes.
This
decorate
episode's
your
coming
house.
out on October 30th.
Yes.
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 Cool.
What do you think, Gray?
Awesome. I agree.
Yeah.
Celebrate. Get out there. It's Halloween, man.
High holy day.
Howl at the moon. Worship the devil.
Yeah. Hail Satan. And Yeah, our podcast, My Dad's Video Store, will be dropping the same day as this one on the 30th. So yeah, listen to that. Yeah, and if you want to watch our horror short films that we made, you can go to Grim Chalice. That's GrimChalice.
.com.
.com.
Love it.
Yeah.
The good stuff over there.
Yeah.
That Old Misery.
That Old Misery, which now we're in post-production of the feature film version
Great.
of that short film, but you can see the short film version at the website I just said.
I love it. I love it. Well, you've been listening to Dizzy Spell here on the We Own This Town podcast network. We were recorded live at We Own This Town studios in Nashville, Tennessee. Special thanks to our producer, Michael Eads, and our podcast network for hosting us. Thanks to our editor,
Michael Eads,
for editing this episode. Thank you to Victoria Ocampo for our logo and design, and to Jay Childers for the sound bed music you hear all throughout our episodes. You can check out more of his work at jchilders.bandcamp.com. Special thanks to Greg Creasy and Rebecca Delius for being our podcast guests today. Follow us on social media at Dizzy Spell World and leave us a review on your preferred streaming platform. 5 is a magic number. I cannot
5
make this any
pumpkins.
clearer. 5 pumpkins.
Flaming bags of poop.
And yes, beware the invisible man sleeping in your bed, Earthlings. Good night.